With recent events in the hack client scene, choosing a safe hack client is more important now than ever before. If you have no idea what I am talking about, the top link in the description will be to a video I made on malware that was recently spread through a hacked client. I do not own any of the following clients and I cannot 100% guarantee they are safe. However, I will provide their official download links in the description. The rating system. If you have not seen the previous client reviews, I use a rating system to score the clients out of 100. The higher the final score, the better the client. First, I rate 10 commonly used hacks: Kill Aura, Auto Crystal, Auto Totem, Name Tags, ESP, Search, Stash Finder, New Chunks, Boatfly, and Yaw. These are individually rated out of 5. Then I rate 5 client features: GUI, user base, client price, Discord server moderation and help, installation and setup process. These are rated out of 10. 0 is the default score for a missing or broken module. I do admit there is no perfect scoring system, but my end goal is to tell you the positives and negatives of said client. Finally, at the end of the video, I will compare all of the clients' final scores. Clients. Today we have 3 more clients suggested by the viewers from my last video. Today's clients in order are as follows: RusherHack, Wurstplus-Two, and ForgeHax. If you have other clients you would like to see in a video, be sure to let me know down below. Client number 1, RusherHack. I only heard about this client recently. However, loading up for the first time, I was shocked at how much effort the devs had put into RusherHack. There are a lot of small features that make the overall experience more enjoyable. Kill Aura. The Kill Aura module lacks 1 or 2 small unimportant settings, but overall it is customizable enough and easy to configure. It is also pretty powerful if configured correctly, 4 out of 5. Auto Crystal. This module has so many settings and therefore is very customizable. My crystal PvP skills are lacking at best. However, from what I have heard and from my limited knowledge, this is a pretty powerful module and holds its ground against other clients, 5 out of 5. Auto Totem, another great module. I have no complaints, 5 out of 5. Name Tags, yet another module with extensive settings, nothing missing and no complaints, 5 out of 5. ESP. The ESP and whole ESP modules are awesome, another 5 out of 5. Search. Lots of settings and the color picker is a good touch, 4 out of 5. Stash Finder. This module is called Base Finder in RusherHack. It's well laid out and has more settings than any other client I have used, 5 out of 5. New Chunks. Another brilliant module, 4 out of 5. Boatfly. At the time of making this video, RusherHack has the best Boatfly by far, and it works well on 2b2t.org, 5 out of 5. Yaw. I nearly missed this module as it's called Rotation Lock, otherwise it's a decent module. The following things are rated out of 10. GUI. Personally, I am a big fan of the layout and look of RusherHack. However, it is also very customizable and scores 8 out of 10. User base. This is a highly underrated client in my opinion, with around 400 to 600 users, 5 out of 10. Client price. Yet another client that costs $20. In my opinion, it is well worth it, 4 out of 10. Discord server, moderation and help. The Discord server is well run and fairly active. There's a FAQ section where any issues you may encounter can hopefully be sorted out, 9 out of 10. Installation and setup process. Like all good clients, the install is very simple and automatic as well as fast. All you have to do is install Forge and bam, you are ready to play, 9 out of 10. RusherHack was a pleasant surprise. It has quite a few other modules not mentioned that separate it from any other client. For example, the Window Command Center, which is a really nice touch. The client itself is very versatile and supports all playstyles. Overall, RusherHack scores a very impressive score of 81 out of 100. Client number 2, Wurstplus-Two. This client is well known, however, the main developer has left the project. Unfortunately, this means that there may be no or very few updates to the client. Another thing to note about this client is that before it became open source, it was used to token on crystalline, which is how the Phobos client was leaked. Kill Aura. The Kill Aura module works, but is nothing special and lacks some settings, 3 out of 5. Auto Crystal. This module is very customizable, and this is the main reason people use this client. 5 out of 5. Auto Totem. This module lacks some settings. 4 out of 5. Name tags. When compared to other clients, it could use 1 or 2 more settings. Overall though, it is a decent module. 3 out of 5. ESP. Both the ESP and whole ESP modules work really well. 4 out of 5. Search. Somehow this client lacks a search module. 0 out of 5. Stash Finder. This client is mainly PvP related and lacks Stash Finder. 0 out of 5. New chunks. There's not even a new chunks feature. 0 out of 5. Boatfly. This client lacks Boatfly, making it irrelevant on servers such as 2b2t.org. 0 out of 5. Yaw. Yet another missing module. 0 out of 5. The following things are rated out of 10. GUI. Personally, I really dislike the look of this client, and while there is a HUD editor, some of the settings simply don't work. 2 out of 10. User base. Wurstplus-Two is fairly well known, but does not have the biggest user base. 3 out of 10. Client price. Fortunately, this is a free client on GitHub. 10 out of 10. Discord server moderation and help. There is no Discord server or way to get help with any problems you may encounter. 0 out of 10. Installation and setup process. The install process is easy, just put the jar file in your mods folder. 5 out of 10. Wurstplus-Two is mainly a crystal PvP client and lacks so many features for any other styles of gameplay. If you intend to use this client, I'd suggest using it alongside another client for more options. Unfortunately, Wurstplus-Two scores a measly 39 out of 100. Client number 3. ForgeHax. This client is open source on GitHub, however the download is a little strange. Unlike Wurstplus-Two, this client seems to get frequent updates, with the last one being 10 days ago at the time of making this video. Kill Aura. This client lacks the Kill Aura module. 0 out of 5. Auto Crystal. The Auto Crystal module is very powerful but lacks so many features and is not customizable. 3 out of 5. Auto Totem. This module works well but again lacks customization options. 4 out of 5. Name tags. There is no name tags feature. This makes it hard for me to recommend this client as name tags is an essential part of PvP. 0 out of 5. ESP. ESP is okay, but there's no whole ESP. 2 out of 5. Search. Another missing module. 0 out of 5. Stash Finder. Unfortunately, this is also not a module. 0 out of 5. New chunks. Missing module. 0 out of 5. Boatfly. There is flight, but no Boatfly, and it does not work on servers such as 2b2t. 0 out of 5. Yaw. The yaw feature is pretty good. 5 out of 5. The following things are rated out of 10. GUI. This client looks a bit dull when compared to other clients and overall needs some work. 5 out of 10. User base. A lot of players use this as a secondary overlay client. 4 out of 10. Client price. This is another free client and scores an amazing 10 out of 10. Discord server moderation and help. There's no Discord server, but they have made a ForgeHax wiki where any problems you may encounter can quickly be sorted out. 6 out of 10. Installation and setup process. The setup is relatively simple. All you need to do is install Forge and drag the jar file to your mods folder. 5 out of 10. Overall, I feel like this client lacks a lot of features, and the few features that are there lack customization options. Yet again, the only time I'd use this is alongside another main client. ForgeHax scores 44 out of 100. Now for the fun bit, we get to compare all of the clients and their final scores. In first place we have RusherHack with an amazing 81 out of 100. In second place we have ForgeHax with an average 44 out of 100. And last of all we have Wurstplus-Two with 39 out of 100. I think this demonstrates quite well. You get what you pay for. Anyways, if this video was entertaining or provided any information, please consider leaving a like or maybe even subscribing if you haven't already. Huge shout out to my patron who makes videos like these possible. Thanks for watching. It's been your boy Kylab.